now I have to go back to the screen. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Didn't happen now. Okay. Good morning. Hi, everybody. How are you today? We're good. We're ready for some movement and breathing and connection. I love our mornings together. So let's begin. Let's begin. Reminder, as we get on, we want to check our mute. We want to be muted, all right? So we're ready to begin the week. Let's begin the week with our conscious breathing and our connection to the earth, our connection to ourselves. So I'm going to sit back in the chair. Some of you may want to have your blocks ready, or even a pillow later when we stand, and we might lean on the knee. So as we sit back, our first attention is to our physical body. Where are we right now? We want to connect first with our feet on the earth. So let's take a moment as we sense our feet touching the earth. Also noticing our legs, our back, our neck, and our head. And to break up any energy that may feel discordant with how we really want to feel, we want to take 3 conscious breaths. The best thing we could be doing for ourselves. So we want to have our mouth slightly open as we do this. Inhale, exhale is 1 breath. And if we can practice this throughout the day, it's a beautiful way to stay very grounded and joyful. So I'm going to begin. 3 conscious breaths. And after that 3rd breath, if anyone wants to join me, I like to visualize myself within a crystal. It's very protective. Part of the practices I have learned. Full size within a crystal. And the first ray of the sun touching that crystal and bringing in whatever you need today. Unconditional love, harmony, peace. Let that ray be the message of bringing in what you need today. And then in reciprocity, you can imagine someone else within a crystal that's in need of positive energy, as we then send them this energy. And as we connect with one another today in our room, let's begin to open our hearts. Imagine that doorway to our hearts opening, and that light that we have within us shining to everyone in this room, so that we can give one another unconditional support. And then let's bring ourselves back to this moment. You could begin to open the eyes. We have our hands at our heart. I'm going to take my block now, and I'm going to bring it here between the shins, so that as I practice today, I'm also working the muscles of our legs, my legs, not our legs, but my legs. And I also want to work with my abdominal strength as well. And I do that by moving myself away from the chair, sitting up nice and tall. The block is here. So I'm creating a great foundation. So take a moment to sense that, especially if you do have that block. Notice what it feels like. You can always remove the block, see how it feels. put it back, and then you notice that. Big difference. I'm going to bring hands to the heart as I begin. I'm going to breathe in, I'm going to reach my arms up. So we start slow, and it's our reminder that we can move with our breathing. I like to inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, my palms at the heart. This is beautiful. We're all moving synchronistically. There we go. And we're going to take another one where we reach the arms up, but we're going to do a little spiral, just a little twist to one side. Pick a side, we'll go to the other one in a moment. And then breathing in, we'll come back to center. Beautiful. Breathing out, we're going to bend the arms, twist to the other side. So we'll keep our arms lifting, twisting, and then coming back down. Our spinal column wants to move forward. Ooh, a little twist here, I forgot. A little back bend in our spine. Okay, so here we are. We're going to do a little bit of a back bend here. And spiral. So we want to go forwards, backwards, and spiral for the health of our spine. So I'm going to begin to open the thumbs. So you may not see that. But when I work with the hands, I like to work with all the fingers opening, stretching the hands, feeling the palms, the fingers. I'm going to try to lift a little higher. And I'm going to bring if you have a block, you could bring your shins together. If you don't have a block, it'll be a little bit different. Let's see, without the block, keep your feet very grounded on the earth. Take a moment here. We have the arms lifted. It brings in a little bit of heat. And then you could begin to shift the gaze up. Maybe lift the head. Stay connected to the grounding here. This looks amazing, everyone. I see everyone's arms are up. We're staying connected with that heart, pressing our feet onto the earth. And if your arms get tired, take one more breath if you can. Work with the breath. And then let the arms come down. And you have that relaxation response. A breath in and a nice easy out breath. And then we're going to do a little bit with our back. So I'm going to show you sideways. So I'm going to bring hands to the thighs here, but I'm pushing the tailbone away. I'm going to lift my head and my heart, and then I'm going to bring navel to spine and round the back. So a little bit of a rocking here. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then we'll come back to center. When you come back to center, pause. Notice how you feel internally. It's a beautiful gift when we do these exercises and then we notice how the body is responding. All right, and then we remove the block for a little bit. We're going to do some trunk rolls, warm up this body of ours. But before we do, you can roll the shoulders. And again, combining our breathing and our movement. Bring those shoulders up nice and high and then let them relax. Ah, beautiful. That's it. I'm doing a little bit of the rolling of the shoulders, rolling in the other direction. And then back up towards the ears and around and back down. There we go. And then we'll open up the knees. Ready? A few trunk rolls. You can let the head and neck go if it's comfortable for you. Anyone that's had repair work, remember we want to be aware of what our body is calling to us. So trunk rolls look like this. And I'm combining my breathing too. So it's a breathing in, breathing out center. Let's do it 3 times each side. And you can let it be a gentle sigh as you do that. I won't hear you. All right, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna let the head and neck go a little bit, come back up, and two more on this side. And one more. Bring yourself to center. Take a pause. How do you feel? Notice what's happening with acceptance. That's the word of the day. All right, I'm going to take the block back, okay? So if you want, bring the block back. I like to work with it. It really does strengthen the legs. And I'm going to take my right hand now on the leg of the chair or the bottom of the seat of the chair. I'm going to reach my left arm up. I'm going to drop over a little bit. So it's a sideways bend. And we start gently, right? And then maybe a little more. Are we connecting to our breathing here? And maybe a little more. And then from here, we're going to reach a little bit forward. That's it. And then come back. Breathing in here, breathing out a little bit of a diagonal. So my left arm is reaching to the right. And then I'm going to come back up. Beautiful. If you need to rest, rest. It's all good. We're going to do it one more time. Now I'm going to let my head face the earth. Let the head drop a little. Now navel to spine, I'm going to roll back up. And check in. How does the right side feel? How does the left side feel? We're ready for the other side. Left hand is holding onto the chair. Right arm reaches. Breathing in here. Breathing out, we drop over. So we stay connected to our breathing. And then maybe a little further. That's it. And now I'm going to reach over a little bit to the left. And I'm going to come back. Breathing in. Breathing out, I'm going to reach. And I'm going to come back. Can we do one more? Let's do one more. And come back. We'll bring that arm back down. Take a pause here. Hands maybe on the thighs. Take a breath in. So you could work with one conscious breath, especially if we're feeling agitated at different times. Very nice. Okay, so from here, I'm going to bring my hands to the heart and then open those arms out. I am pressing into the heels of the hands. So it brings a little bit more work to the arms. And I feel this in the tricep muscles, and I feel this also with the biceps. I'm going to work with the thumbs now. I'm going to stretch the thumbs and turn them down a little bit and then up. So a little bit of turning of the arms is working with the shoulder blades. Now let's relax, shake out the hands a little. That's it. And then bring them back out. If you need to rest, go ahead. It's all good. Now you see I'm level now. The wrists are level. Breathing in, I'm going to reach my head. I'm reaching my heart. I'm turning my palms up. And now breathing out, I'm going to tip my head a little bit. I'm going to turn my arms so the palms are reaching up in the other direction. It changes the movement of the shoulder blades. And then we'll do that a few times. Anybody getting warm? I am. Breathing in, reaching. Breathing out. Breathing in, reaching. Breathing out. And then we'll take those arms down. You feel those arms are working well. Thank you, arms. I need that. Okay. I'm going to remove the block. We're going to do a little bit with the legs as we move on here. We're doing all right, everybody? Okay, so this will be a little bit of ab work. And again, I have my body away from the chair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my arms crisscrossed over one another. Okay. Who used to do this? Is it I Dream a Genie, I think? You guys would remember, right? We remember that. All right, so now I have my knees. It was either that or Bewitched. Oh, she would do the nose. Okay. We're gonna lift the right leg and bring it down. Lift the left, bring it down. So we're doing a little bit of this movement for the core. I'm gonna go slow. And my knees are bent, and then I'm gonna switch it up. Okay, so now I'm going to do one more on the left side. See if you can keep your upper body nice and straight. Now I'm going to straighten the right leg. I'm going to bring myself a little bit forward. My left leg is bent. I'm keeping my arms this way. It's more challenging. I'm pointing the toes towards me. I'm going to lift. Bring it down. Bend. Straighten the left. Lift. Bring it down. So we're doing this bending, straightening, lifting. Find your pace and work with your breathing here and try not to lean back as you do it. See if you can be forward so that your back and legs are at 90 degrees rather than here. We'll try that in a moment if you'd like. Do a little bit more. So this is working with the core. And then come back to center. We'll rest the arms. We'll roll the shoulders. That's it. Bring them back up to the ears and then let them relax. Beautiful. And one more time. Bring a big smile to your face. Why not? And now we can take our hands to the seat of the chair. I'm going to bring my body a little bit forward. I'm going to lean back a little. I'm going to straighten my right leg. So I'm here. Now I back up a little. Left knee is bent. I'm going to lift. Now I have my elbows hugging inward. And now I'm going to bend that leg, bring it down. Sideways, I have to turn the chair so you can see what I'm doing. My elbows are against the chair. I'm holding onto the chair and I'm lifting the leg. So I'm a little bit of a slant. If you want to hold the leg a little longer, that's okay. So I'm straightening, lifting, bending, and bringing that knee in and then down. Straightening, lifting, bending the knee, bringing it down. We'll try it a few more times. One more each side. And we'll come back to center. And from here, I'm going to open my knees a little, lean on my thighs, and let the head drop. If you wanted, you could begin to fold over. Some of us may be able to bring hands all the way down to the floor, letting the head drop a little bit. Taking a breath here. Out breath through the mouth. Breathing in. Out breath through the mouth. And then we're going to slowly rise up. Coming back to center. Take a moment in center. And then we'll open the knees. I'm going to shift my body over to the right. So I like to work with having my leg free. And so I shift the body weight so that the corner of the chair doesn't hit the leg. And now I'm going to straighten the right leg and point the toes towards me. Okay, see how that feels. Left leg is nice and sturdy. I'm going to turn my right palm out and I'm going to drop a little bit to the right. Each time a little further. Do you see it's a sideways bend? Now I take my left hand to the heart, and when I lift that left arm, I feel the stretch in the ribs. Now I'm going to open that arm. Beautiful, everyone. Now, if you'd like, why not turn the head? If that's comfortable, we can turn the head and look up at that left arm. Some of us may be able to reach that left arm over further, staying grounded. We want to be grounded to the earth, grounded to our chair. Now, if this is challenging, another way to get this stretch is this. I will take my left arm behind me, palm away. I'm going to lift the shoulder away, and then I'll stretch a little bit. A little bit different, a little less intense, but we're getting a good stretch in the ribs. I feel it all the way through the hips. See what is working for you today. We're staying here a little bit longer. See if you can stay with your breathing. And know when to come out of it. Some of us can stay in these postures. Our internal knowing will give us that signal to come out. Not the ego. There we go. Beautiful. Let's take a moment. We're going to try it again. Take a breath here. Check in with the body. How are we feeling? And then we'll try it again. Right arm is out, right leg is out, we tip over. Left hand to the heart, we reach, we open. You may want to press your right hand into the knee a little bit. You get a little spiral of the spine. And then maybe reach that arm over. Nice, everyone. Staying with our breathing. Oh, I'm getting a little chiropractic adjustment. And now I'm going to come back up. I'm coming up slowly. I'm coming up with awareness. I'm being conscious of the movement. And then I'm going to bend the right leg. And you see I'm shifting the body weight over so that the corner does not stop the movement of the leg. Left leg comes out. The toes are pointed towards us. Left hand is out. We're going to tip to the left. And this is where we begin, right? Little by little. There's no rush. We're tuning in. We're being consciously aware of our body. Now, right hand to the heart, we open. Remember, if this is too much, you can always bring your right hand, palm away behind you, and then lift the shoulder away. So we have options. We're staying with our breathing, and some of us might be reaching further. See what is calling to you. Beautiful. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And now breathing in, breathing out, we slowly come back up. I'm bringing that arm down first. Some of us may want to grab the chair here and maybe bring yourself back up. We'll take a pause. Notice the body. We become grounded again. And we'll try it one more time. Left hand is out. We're tipping to the left. Right hand to the heart, we reach, yes. And then maybe we take it further. That's it. And slowly we come out of it. What I have found in yoga through muscle pulls is that coming out of the pose is just as important as coming into the pose. All right, so let's come back to center for a moment. Sometimes we want to get out of a posture because it's been too challenging, and we can do it without being aware of the body. And I've pulled muscles that way. All right, let's move on. We're going to, this posture, we're crossing a leg over the other. And I'm going to remind us that some may not be able to do this because of repair work or just the way the body feels. So imagine you're doing it. I have my left ankle on my right thigh. Now this side is very tight. So I'm going to become aware of that. I'm going to point the toes towards me on that right foot. And I'm going to back my left leg towards the chair and lift the heel. And I'm getting a stretch in the side of the glutes. Now see how this feels. Some people like to bring a little pressure, but that's not necessary. And then what we'll do is we're going to circle the ankle a little bit while we're here. And that helps with our circulation. There we go. And now let's bring that heel back to the earth. Let's bring that knee facing towards the ceiling. I'm going to bring that knee in towards me, and I'm going to round the back a little. So I'm bringing my nose to the knee. And now I'm going to come back. We'll do it one more time, and then we're going to do something with the leg. So we'll see how we all feel with this. Nose to knee, knee to nose. We'll come back. All right, so this is for some of us. If you want to try this, I'm going to take my right arm on the inside of my right knee. And I'm going to take 2 fingers around the big toe. And I'm holding the leg this way. I'm going to take now the right leg over to the right a little bit. I'm going to take my left arm out. So I'm going to show you what we're doing. You guys decide if you're ready to go. I'm going to straighten the leg. You see, I still have a bend in the knee. Some of us might be able to straighten the leg more. Some of us not. That's okay. Next week, we're going to do this standing. So we'll be standing on one leg. All right, that was a joke. I didn't hear you laughing. That's okay. Now, if anybody wants to try this, you could bring that leg in the center. You can bend the knee if you can't reach the foot. It may not be available for some of us, but now I'm bringing nose to knee. And then I'm going to bend. I'm going to bring that foot to the floor. One big breath in. Very nice, everyone. And that is a standing posture. Let's go to the other side. Left ankle, right thigh. We're sitting up tall. I'm going to circle the ankle a little. I'm going to back my right foot towards the chair and then reach the heel up. So I'm going to circle the ankle while the heel is being lifted. So there's a lot happening here. Imagine if I were chewing gum too. It's a lot. All right, I get my jokes, so at least I'm laughing at them. Okay. Okay, so we come back to center. We bring that heel to the earth. Okay, we're going to do a little nose to knee. Okay. I'm holding on to the shin. I'm hugging the thigh into my belly. nose to knee, and I come back. Nose to knee, and I come back. Okay, now for some fun, right? Left arm on the inside of the left knee. I'm bringing that leg a little out to the side. The right arm is reaching out. I'm going to slowly straighten that leg. Feel the grounding of that foot on the earth. You don't have to get the leg straight. That is all depending on how tight the thighs and the calves are. All right, now, if you'd like to try, I bring that leg to center. I bend the knee a little bit more. I'm holding on to the foot, and maybe I can bring nose to knee. And then I'm going to come back down. So I'm slowly coming out of it. Foot is on the earth. A breath in. All right, we ready to stand? Yes. All right, take your time. When we stand, we want to be aware of our feet on the earth. I'm going to turn the chair so you can see the stretches that I'm going to be doing. I like to bring the chair against something sturdy, so see if you can do that. Unless you know you're not going to tip the chair or the chair won't move. All right, here we are. We're in standing. We're going to step right leg back. Both legs are straight here. My hips are forward. I'm holding the seat of the chair, the top of the chair. I'm coming forward a little bit. I'm feeling this in the opposite leg. So I'm feeling this in the left side of the leg. I'm going to come back up, step back into mountain. I'm going to step my left leg back, come forward. So you'll feel this probably in your front leg. I'm going to come back up, step forward. And now what I'm going to do, and it may not be available for everyone, I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to bring my hands down to the seat of the chair. My knees are bent. My back is nice and straight, I hope. I'm going to straighten my legs. Some of us can take this further. Some of us can bend the elbows and fold over the chair. It depends on how tall the back of the chair is. What are these called? These folding chairs are easy to work with, but we're all at different heights. So that changes it. I'm going to let my head drop. And I'm going to stay connected to my breathing. When I'm stretching, I want to begin to breathe consciously. And now I'm going to slowly come up. My hands are on the seat of the chair. You can back your legs up a little bit. You can back your arms up so that you feel the elbows are on the back of the chair. I'm looking straight ahead. So it's a long back, long legs. And some of us may want to balance. So you can bring your right leg up, stay focused, stay with the breathing. Keep your head center. That right leg returns to the earth. We stay grounded for a moment. And then the left leg reaches. Grounded, breathing, focus. That leg comes down to the earth. Hands on the chair. We rise up into mountain. Beautiful. And now I'm going to Switch where the chair is. I'm going to bring, you may not need the chair, but have it on one side of you. I'm going to bring the chair onto my right side for now. And I'm going to widen the legs. Okay, toes are forward here. I'm going to turn the right foot out. And I turn the left foot in. So if you have the chair and you need it for balance, that's fine. If you don't need the chair, we're going to reach the arms up and bend the right knee. So you can always have your hand here if you need the balance. If you're able to, let's turn our heads to the right. This is warrior two. Very grounded. We want to focus. We want to ground. We want to breathe. And from here, we're going to turn the palms up. See how that feels. Different movement with the hands. And some of us may want to reach that left arm up. So we're like a sailboat. Staying connected to the grounding and the breathing. And watch what I'm going to do. From here, I'm going to take the left hand to the left leg, so it's palm down. Right arm reaches, the palm is up. That's it. If you're holding onto the chair, you can keep your hand on the chair and begin to lift the heart a little bit and look up. Rather than switching the chair around. And then we'll slowly come back up, both legs straight, both toes forward. There we go. All right, if you would like to switch the chair, I'm moving it now to my left side. I'm going to open the legs up. I'm going to turn my left foot out, my right foot in. Breathing in, my arms reach, breathing out, left knee bends, and I turn to the left. This is nice. I happen to have the knee is just a little bit against the chair, so I feel very grounded. Now we'll turn our palms up. Notice how that feels. There's a different gesture that happens. And then we'll reach that right arm up. So we're grounded, we're focused, we're breathing. And now we take right arm to the right leg, left arm over. Beautiful. Breathing in here. Breathing out, we're going to come back up. Both toes forward. We step the legs in. And we're going to come to the seat of the chair. And we're going to get ready for relaxation. So I have the bowls today. I'm going to shift the camera. And I would like everybody to get ready for a little sound bath. Now, I'm kind of new to this, so I'm glad it's a few minutes and not an hour of sound bath, because that would be a challenge. Okay. If everybody nice and comfy, you can begin to sit back in the chair. Maybe even close the eyes. You may want to adjust the sound. So I would say that you may want to lower the volume slightly, because sometimes the sound of the bowls could be too much. Okay. So let's take a moment, grounding. We feel our feet on the earth. We feel the legs, the hips, torso, the neck and the head. And we're inviting relaxation into the body. Let's relax the face, the neck and the shoulders. Down the arms and through the fingertips. We relax the back, the chest and the belly. The hips, the legs, the toes. Let's begin to deepen the breathing and awaken the body, wiggling fingers and toes. shoulders and bringing ourselves back. I'm going to bring my hands into prayer, and let's all begin to think about someone in need of healing, bringing their face from our minds into our hearts as we send them these beautiful vibrations that we've created today. And we send this out for the healing of humanity, the healing of our planet. And we can take now from our hearts, we pass this beautiful energy to all of us here, and we send it out into the cosmos for healing, peace, love, liberation, and unity. And may it come back 1,000-fold. And when you are ready, please open the eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful week ahead. We do have class